So, AMC, we meet again, mwahaha, to go see another movie, of course. What's up, you guys? Chet Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with day 275 of my vlogging experience here in the state of Florida. And as y'all can tell, it's still pretty cold today. It's like 40 degrees right now. Yes, it gets cold in Florida if you all haven't noticed. But you guys, the movie that we are going to see in particular tonight is Underwater. I'll tell you, I didn't realize I was claustrophobic until I saw 47 meters down. But this one actually looks interesting. And I like the plot too. And also the woman from Twilight is in it too. Even though I never saw Twilight anyway. But anyway, you guys, let's get in there and let's go see the movie. But I think we're going to screw around the mall a little bit too. So let's get to it. Oh goodness. Oh yes. Yes. Yeah. Sanctuary. Huh. What they got going on at FYE? Let's go check it out. So many Funko Pops, but still really epic though. They got a Thanos too. Dude, I want that shirt. Dude, they have an Avengers Infinity Gauntlet from Endgame. And so many action figures. My kind of thing. They have a Papa Emeritus action figure. That's actually pretty sweet. Alright, you guys, time to go see it now. Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, there we go. So number 4. Here we go. That one was awesome. And come to find out. Sorry, that's my mask. And come to find out, you guys, it is based on the Cthulhu mythos. But I checked to see how well this thing was doing because this thing was good. But this at the box office, $80 million budget, you guys, and only $26 million. And it's been out for better half about 2 weeks, which kind of sucks. It deserves more love than it does, but honestly, you guys, I liked it. And for tonight's review, I'm going to do something a little more different. I've been trying to figure out how I can actually make a review. I know they don't do well on my channel, mostly because I like doing my vlogs, but some days I just like kick it in the back seat, watch a movie, tell you guys about it. Maybe I'll make the decision to see it. Well, you guys, this one was good, and this is what we are going to do. I'm going to set it in 4 categories, and I am going to rate it in 4 categories. Those 4 categories being 1. Cinematography, 2. Screenplay, 3. Score, and 4th, and my final one, the direction of the film. Now, this one, I was doing my research on how this movie came to be. It was directed by a man named William Eubanks. Or Eubank. I think it's Eubank. Anyway, he is a science fiction director. He has 2 prior films under his belt, which have been shown at the Sundance Festival, and that is Love and the Signal. Both of them aren't very well known. They are feature length, but I think this one is really his breakout. And he should be proud of it because I absolutely loved it. But that's going to be saved for the last part of the video. My first point, cinematography. Now, cinematography was done by, pardon me if I get his name wrong. The cinematographer's name is Bohan Vazili, and some of the stuff that I found out about him was that he studied at the University of Prague. And that's about all. I mean, he has been known to direct commercials, etc., etc. But I will say his cinematography, his shots throughout the movie are pretty spectacular. Especially when we get to see the thing that is Cthulhu. Or at the beginning of the movie, when everything gets shot to heck. I love how he managed to bring the visuals together to make it feel like we are truly at the bottom of the sea. The structure is collapsing. We have to get down on the ocean floor, get whatever these evil monstrous things are, and get the heck out of Dodge. I loved each and every visual that he had. Some of the stuff that I really liked was how the submersion scenes, I think that's the best way I can describe it. Submersion, where everyone put on their suits, they had to go outside. I felt like I was at the ocean floor. And I liked it. Now, kind of brings me back to a movie I'd seen prior, which was 47 Meters Down. And that one, the first time I saw that one, I had to leave the theater about 5 different times because I just couldn't stand the claustrophobia of being surrounded by water, knowing that I was going to die underwater. This one, I got the feeling, but it was watered down. It's either me or the film. But I loved how Bohan Vazili brought that together. So, after saying all that stuff about Bohan Vazili, I will rate things in a 1 to 5 system. I will give his visuals, his cinematography, his talent about a 4 out of 5. I think that is satisfactory. I believe that is good. I think that is acceptable. Nothing can be perfect, but for me, I liked the feeling that I was underwater. I like that. Even though it creeped me out. That was the creep factor behind it. But on to number 2, which is screenplay. The screenplay was written by Brian Duffert and Adam Kozad. Adam Kozad is known for The Legend of Tarzan, the 2016 film, and Brian Duffert, if I'm not mistaken, he is known for the 2017 The Babysitter. I might have that mixed up. I apologize if I'm wrong. But in terms of their writing, I really liked how at the beginning of the film there wasn't that much dialogue, but as Kristen Stewart and her other, I guess, cohort of co-workers, employees, friends tagged along beneath the ocean's surface, T.J. Miller's character I absolutely adored. I loved him in ever since Deadpool. He's that good. I will say I like how it was written. Granted, with a screenplay, I feel like it's kind of a give and take sort of deal. But I thought it was good. It didn't feel dragged out. It felt very nonchalant, like you want in a screenplay. It felt just like a conversation, but it had its depth. And all I can say is that's what I liked about it. I liked how the actors brought that together. I liked how you felt that you were with them. So, in this instance, I will give the screenplay about a 3 out of 5. I think a 3 out of 5 is acceptable. Now, on to scoring. Scoring was done by Marco Beltrami and Brandon Roberts. Brandon Roberts is actually a Primetime Emmy winner, and Marco Beltrami, pardon if I'm saying his name wrong, he has composed music for many different genres of movies. I just screenshotted it because he's done a lot, and that's all I'm going to say. I really liked how the music matched the tonality between actors. One of the things that I've learned, especially getting my degree in communications with a focus on video production, is your audio has to fit the bill. If you do not have audio or scoring, well, quite frankly, then you have a boring movie. Although there are some films that have had no dialogue whatsoever. But this one, it's like when the music rose and fell, it climaxed with, I was on the edge of my seat tonight going like, because it's like if the music or the scoring had not been there, I probably would have been like, well, I guess they're screwed. And honestly, I did feel that. But I would say their scoring, I'd give it a 5. I just love music, and I liked how they did that. So, on to number 4, my favorite, the direction that William Eubank took with this film. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, he hasn't had all that much. He has 2 feature-length films, but this one I adored. I don't really know much about his 2 other movies that he's done, but this one, I think maybe really that I love is I'm a very big H.P. Lovecraft fan, and I think maybe where the movie has faltered, why it hasn't done that well, because that's kind of a big loss, is I think if they had marketed it a little more differently, like talking about the Call of Cthulhu and that it is loosely based on Lovecraft, I think it would have done so much better. But I really like what William Eubank took by just starting out the film with an inner monologue from Kristen Stewart's character, just talking about the loss of her ex, who was there on the ship with her, and not long after, he died. I kind of hated that he died. I wanted to know more about him, but I like the irony that Eubank put in there, that at the end of the film, she saved, I can't quite remember their names, 2 of the characters' names at the end of the film. They went to the surface, and that's where the company that did all this was trying to make all one big cover-up. I kind of like, I've never been a fan of stuff that is quote-unquote against the man or anti-capitalism, but this one, in this instance, I like it. I really like it. Because I do see where, I'm not much of a fan of oil. I know that sounds wrong, but there are other different fuels out there, fuel sources. Like, for example, just look at solar panels. And the battery. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a political person, but just saying that, it's just like, at the end of the day, I just feel like stuff like nuclear power just kind of just like, I don't know, I just can't stand the thought of nuclear power, because maybe it's just like thinking about radiation poisoning that just kind of makes me go like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a political person, but maybe, just maybe, we could think about alternative power sources. Because I wouldn't want to drill to the center of the earth to find Cthulhu. That would scare me. But you guys, I will give William Eubank his direction of the film. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. And you guys, as I feel like this tallies up, the film as a whole, I feel it is a 3.5. I know that doesn't match up, but I just, in my feeling, when I saw it, it comes out to me as a 3.5. It's good, not great. It's a great B horror film, or B plus horror film. But I think they could have just marketed it way better, because, I don't know, $28 million and it's only made that. Kind of saddens me, because it was a legitimately good film. But you guys, that's my vlog for the day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That will keep you in the loop on daily content of my life here in the state of Florida. Stay posted, stay tuned, keep in touch with me at DreamPoet at Facebook, as well as my Instagram, links below. Thank you all for the love and support. Love you all very much. Peace, you guys.